What is up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be taking a look at Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire episode 3. We took a look at episode 2 and it was awesome, full of insanely cool stuff. So I'm really looking forward to episode 3, back full of things to unpack and look forward to as November 19th approaches. Now, as always, I want to say thank you all so much for your support. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing, liking, and or commenting, because it really does help the channel in ways you can't even imagine. For those of you on Twitch, I stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday around 7:30 p.m. UK time. So, I know you guys can't wait for this. I'm not going to hold you back. Let's just go. This is what we've been waiting for about a month now. It is time for Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire episode 3. I can't wait anymore. Let's go. What is Cyberpunk going to stop for us? Same preview. I like it. Consistency. That's good.
Welcome to Night City Wire episode 3.
Welcome back, Holly.
Show from us at CD Projekt Red, where we talk about all things Cyberpunk 2077. In today's episode, we're going to start by taking you on a tour of Night City in a new gameplay video and have a chat with senior level designer Miles. Then we're going to introduce you to the gangs of Night City in another new gameplay video and have a chat with Matayush from our quest team.
Ooh.
Then before we finish today's episode, we're going to give you a look at some of the incredible finalists in our PC case modding contest. And we have some information that PC players have been waiting to hear. So let's get started.
Specs. Oh my god, tell me the specs. Please tell me the specs, Holly. I can't hold this anymore. I need to know the specs, bro. Give me the specs. Alright, what's first? Postcards from Night City.
Oh my god, Juanita here. Today's news is Novamax.
Hi there. New to Night City? It's not so bad here.
How was feeling today? Because I feel amazing.
Dude, the clothes and everything. That's like so on, bro.
The pierogies down.
Oh, wait.
The tie on set.
Quick one. Right, I think I just seen some clipping. Tiny clipping, I think. Right, if you look at her shorts and when she moves her leg from the back to the front. Did you see that?
The food. The tie on 7.
Hey, you see it? You see it? It's tiny little clipping.
Our home. Our pride.
Look, I'm not pointing out the bad things. I just thought I'd let everyone know, okay? That's all. That's all, because I want this game to be as good as it can be.
Always, your business is my business.
And this is your world news update.
I want to crash a party like this, bro. Oh my god, you can go dance and everything. Let's go, Jackie. Okay. I want to go there. I want to go there.
Endless possibilities and endless lies.
You goddamn right, endless possibilities.
We are fucked, America. And I don't know how we're gonna fix it.
The homeless population in Night City has risen by 300%.
Crime in Night City is now double the rate than in the new United States.
This tune, by the way, is sick.
You want to be some kind of hero?
That's a fight this city won't let you win.
Bro. Oh man, that AR rifle. Oh! Ah! A little glimpse of Keanu Reeves.
Well, on that note, that's it for today's info flash. Sleep tight, Night City.
Ruth
Grass ain't
Sang.
greener anywhere else.
Nice, bro. I feel like she's gonna be quite an important character.
How well do you know its history? Who was Richard Knight? How many stations are in the NCART system? Which city district boasts the best
24
burrito in town? The answers to these questions and more can be found at the address at the bottom of your screen. Check it out and fall in love with Night City.
I'm gonna check it out later. I'm gonna check it out later. I'm gonna see if this is legit, bro. Is this going to be co-op? I don't think so, but they are talking about multiplayer, or something's been mentioned about multiplayer. I mean, this looks so good, bro. It's so JDM. For those of you who don't know what JDM is, have a look what JDM is. JDM is awesome. November 19th.
Well, since Night City is one of our stars of this episode, there is actually quite a lot to talk about. So let's start at the beginning. How did Night City come to be? Because yes, it exists in the world of the tabletop, but how do you take that and make what we've got now?
Well, yeah, as you can imagine, making a city that is as big and complex as Night City is quite the ambitious project. First off, we sat down and we were really considering what is it that we wanted to do with Night City. In a way, Night City is the star of Cyberpunk, right? It is one of its main characters.
I mean, he's pretty much the main character, isn't it?
That is very, very believable, right? I mean, the word immersion gets thrown around a lot, but really, we wanted you to be able to dive into it and feel like this is a real place. And then secondly, we also wanted to provide enough variety between districts so that exploring Night City would always be fun, right? There's no point in making a city that is all same-ish, and you know, it doesn't really matter where you go, because once you've been through one district, you feel like you've been through all of them. So for that, we first off started taking a look at the real-life geography that Night City is located on, and that would be on the coast of California. Knowing that Night City would be a coastal city, there's a bit of insight into what we would expect from the city layout. You'd expect the port, you'd expect huge industrial areas that would facilitate this kind of trade that you would assume a city of this type.
So is it like a mixture between LA and SF, I'm guessing, right?
And actually divided the city into several districts, 6 of them, and some of them are based on the original lore. We decided to give their own characteristics in terms of architecture, their demographics, the kind of people that would live there, and also the function within the city. Each of these districts, in turn, we divided into further sub-districts, which we further characterized using the more grand theme of the larger district. This process has resulted in a city that feels quite alive, has a lot of character, where each district feels like its own distinct zone without feeling separated from the larger picture.
That's insane, bro.
Allows the player to easily navigate even the complex concrete jungles of Night City simply by looking around and always having a rough idea where you actually are.
But Night City is clearly so different from anything we've ever created with The Witcher. Can you give us some idea about, or some insight into just how big and like how densely packed Night City is?
Yeah, I'm actually really curious about this.
Yes, so I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying that Night City is easily the most complex thing that I or the others have worked on. The city is super organic, right? It's not like a chessboard layout, but the layout of the city is crazy, and you can tell that it grew in phases, right? Where buildings have been built on top of each other. And I guess the mega buildings that we have showcased are a great example of this. You'll actually see that they are located on some kind of pillar, you know, and then expand outside and then up high into the sky, and underneath it you'll have space for other buildings. This yields a lot of interesting experiences when it comes to exploration, and that's the one thing I'm most excited about for players to experience. We've been saying that our exploration is super vertical, right? But what this really means is that it changes the way you explore the city.
Dude, verticality is always super dope in games.
You won't be able to easily set out on a target in the distance, right? You won't be able to say, oh, there's a castle on a hill over there, I'll try to get there and not be lost on the way. But here it's much more intimate, much more moment to moment. You might be roaming the cities and get a call by your fixer who informs you about a job nearby that you might be able to do, right? Or you find an alleyway and you walk down one of the many, many alleyways that the city has to offer, and it's always a surprise. You don't know if you might stumble upon some gangers hanging out that are up to no good. Sometimes, and these are the moments that I often get surprised with, you'd even stumble upon the odd elevator that is meant to connect parts of the, you know, different layers of the city.
Interesting.
Sometimes to see where you come out when you enter one of these and, you know, find that, oh, this is actually how it connects to the world. That's crazy. And now I'm here, and now I know there's a shortcut that I can take. And again, this all serves to really
Get fish though.
sense of wonder that we all come to love from open world games, and the whole city is built to cater to that.
I mean, you guys have really brought Night City to life, and I really want to make a point of that. It is a living, breathing city. So as a level designer, can you give us some insight into those?
I still don't know how big it is.
You guys have made, because I hear you guys have even been placing rubbish by hand.
Oh yes, we've been placing quite a bit of rubbish, and that's certainly one of the more glorious parts.
That trash bag over there.
Environment artist, where you get to litter the streets that you've spent time building with the garbage. But it's details such as this that we find really important to make the city feel alive, and also
That's true, actually.
we take great pride in.
It's always nice when like there's a personal touch and it's not like generated, you know.
Placing a lot of what we call mini stories, right? These are little encounters that you can find when you simply walk along the streets. Of course, we have huge quests.
Johnny
right?
Silverhand.
We have lots of
Yeah.
side activities that you can do, but it always is nice to just kind of stop down for a minute and take a look at your surroundings that we have so lovingly created, and try to see if there maybe isn't something that you can be a little detective for. Now, one other thing that I think is really, really cool is also the fact that we have actually named every single street in the city. So not only will NPCs be able to communicate their locations or the locations they want you to visit by sort of referring to the street names, but also you will be able to talk to your friends about it in that way, right? Have you been to Poplar Street in Japantown, for example? I think this is a small detail, but the philosophy that we have...
We're going straight to Japantown, baby.
Many, many small things contribute to the sum of it, which is hopefully then you being able to explore a city that you feel is truly alive, and that you haven't been...
I am curious to how big it is, though. He still didn't answer the question, really.
Thank you so much for giving us your insight. I suppose when the game launches, you could be an official Night City tour guide instead.
2 months.
I might be.
2 months tomorrow.
If this game dev thing doesn't work out for me, I might retire and become a tour guide in Night City.
No, that'll be really cool, actually.
If you are tuning in late, or if you just want to watch anything again, we will be uploading everything to our channels soon. Now, from the 6th Street to the Valentinos, it's time to introduce
the gangs, baby.
Gangs of Night City.
Pow, 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 pow. Is there going to be a Grove Street gang? Gangs of Night City. Grove Street.
You know how things work in Night City? The stronger survive, but that's how things stand. You're either somebody, or you fizzle out into nothing.
Then see ain't a city that lets you get by without buddies.
Be very careful, my friend. We are all so far from home.
Which gang's the city's biggest and baddest, according to the NCPD?
Scavs hold the body count title. Or Maelstrom, depending on the season.
One time, a Maelstrom ganger killed a young kid right in front of my eyes for shits and giggles.
Chrome-sucking psychos.
And who the fuck are you to say what can and can't
What
be?
the fuck?
I'm gonna introduce you to our meat grinder. About time we had some fun!
Think Maelstrom never forgets? Never!
They're like the evil guys, I'm guessing, right?
Just a gang like any other, right?
I'll take the Valentinos. They follow God and the Santa Madre. Honor means something to them.
How'd you meet Jackie?
We started out together.
In the Valentinos?
No, in the fucking Bible book club.
I gotta give style points to the Valentinos. They have a punishment for every occasion.
Gangster life, puto!
Quick shout out to everyone in Haywood and Santo Domingo. Lately, the Valentinos and 6th Street have had a bigger bone to pick.
6th Street. Why'd they want to wipe you?
What the hell is 6th
fucking
Street?
Stantinos?
Fucking suck.
I've dealt with 6th Street before. We do the run, they'll transfer the cred.
Come on, let's go before 6th Street shows up.
Are they like the NCR in Fallout kind of thing?
Any more Second Amendment fans in the house, huh?
Just a little bit more wacky, right?
Lofty patriotic bullshit all day. Time to bring on the future.
Any idea how many attacks from behind the Black Wall we neutralized? If the Voodoo Boys breach the Black Wall, we'll all be fucked.
Voodoo Boys. Urban myth, I thought. Just
Net runners spooking each other. No such gang.
You know, I heard a few things about you. The Voodoo Boys, best runners in town.
You do not steal from the Voodoo Boys. I see you, always.
Damn.
It's just Haiti 2.0, their own island, cut off from the rest of the city.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
Our home. Until last week, the animals crawled in.
Animals are the craziest fucking gang in the city.
They look like a painted gay in the movie.
Animals aren't the play here, are they? They're hired muscle. Someone else needed them.
I fucked you over, you fucked the gang over. Somewhere at the start of the story, somebody fucked the corp. See how this works now? My husband's new Westbrook.
Boom.
Very high.
Okay.
Class. They did what made the best eddies. Sold sex and black market tech.
See a lot of tigers. They run this.
What was that in third person?
They do break the knees of people who ask.
Interesting.
I gotta do something.
Shut the fuck up. The tigers will kill us. Come on, baby.
Tiger
Maxes.
claws killed one girl too many, so people took matters into their own hands.
Folk went ballistic. Girls, pimps, outcasts, the whole freak show. It's how the Mox got started.
Think you're some kind of gang group now, huh?
Us Moxes have each other's backs. We look out for one another. You looking for some company tonight?
How'd you hook up with the Mox?
I thought Susie and the gang could really change something in this city.
Moxes and nomads don't seem so different. Both seem to yammer a lot about community, solidarity. Tell me about the Badlands. Not much going
These are
on.
the nomads, right?
Au contraire. This is an ecosystem.
Who was that?
Nomads, Raft and Shiv, corporations, and drifters, they form a complete whole. Remove one part, the delicate balance topples.
Here in the Aldecaldos, it all stays in the family.
Classic dilemma. What comes first? Family or the outside world?
This family will go to hell and back.
Everyone in this city lives in their own bubble, and either you fly high or sink into quicksand.
That's so cool, bro.
Mateusz, thank you so much for joining us. I have personally been really excited to give people a closer look at the gangs.
Oh my god.
We've shown a little bit on Twitter, but their styles are so distinct.
Yes, I enjoy them a lot as well in their game. I think they're very cool.
But let's start then with the kind of role that they play, because gangs really do play a prominent role in Night City, correct?
Yes, definitely. The gangs, they rule the streets of Night City. You know, they have the newest cyberware, they have the newest weaponry, and they are really a power that everyone needs to take into account when they are thinking of operating in Night City. You will encounter them as you explore the city, of course, but also as you complete main quests, side quests, different jobs for the fixers. Sometimes you might even get hired by them.
Interesting.
I suppose
Okay.
you're thinking then, can you join a gang?
Well, V is a merc, and mercs of Night City are this unique, distinct group that stick mostly to themselves, right? And they get jobs from variety of factions. They can get jobs from corporations, they can get jobs from gangs, they can get jobs from different kind of like influential clients. Because of this, nobody will ever trust a merc to be one of them, right? And the gangs are no exception here. They are looking only for like people that they know will be loyal to them, right? And that they will fight for their cause all of the time, not just some of the time.
He's the crazy ass Capitan, right?
Because of this, V will mostly stick to the afterlife. And the afterlife are this group of mercs, this legendary group of mercenaries in Night City. They get the best jobs, they get the most money, the best clients, and so on. So if you want to become a legend in Night City, you are going to the afterlife.
So we've obviously mentioned.
That's so dope, dude. Oh my god.
Gang-themed weapons and
Holy
items
shit.
and clothing for players to find and.
Tattoos, maybe?
Yes, definitely. There are different vehicles that you can drive, for example. There are cars, there are motorbikes. Then
Yeah, you see,
of course,
third
there are
person.
different pieces of clothing themed after gangs. There are weapons and so on. So yeah, definitely there are things.
Well, the katana, right?
I suppose as somebody who's spent as much time as you have kind of getting to know the gangs, I have to ask, which is your favorite and why?
So I would have to say
He's gonna-
probably Maelstrom.
Oh.
Simply because
I was gonna say he's gonna say Moxes, bro.
Distinct feel and this weird aesthetic about them. So the idea about Maelstrom is they are people who want to cross the boundary between the machine and human, right? They are changing so much of their body with cyberware that they no longer look human, really. On top of that, they're also very unpredictable. It's very difficult to say what they will do at any point when you meet them. At one moment, they can be shaking hands with you, and at the other moment, you know, they will pull gun out on you, and they bring in this element.
That's like chaotic evil, though, right?
Really enjoy
it
personally.
Oh, Matty, thank you so much for joining us. It's always interesting to learn what your favorite gang is. I think it kind of tells me a little bit about you.
Oh, does it? What does it say about
He's chaotic evil, bro!
We'll talk about that later. But for now, before we wrap up today's episode, we asked people to show us their creativity and design a PC case mod, Cyberpunk style. Our panel of judges selected 5 finalists, and we teamed them up with professional case modders to bring their concept to reality.
What? No, what? No one told me this. Hello? Where was Ben? No one invited me to do this. I mean, congrats, you know, congrats. I don't want to have a go.
Along with other awesome gaming peripherals. Brought to you by our partners, Alienware, Nvidia, and SteelSeries.
Pog.
Let's see the mods.
Dude, that's dope. That was... This is sick.
I absolutely love this one.
The whole aesthetic works with each other.
What the hell? It moves?
Absolutely next level. Honestly, kind of terrifying.
Miltech, yeah. Nice. This is by far my favorite, bro. The red one.
Exactly the type of thing I would expect to find at a trade show.
It really looks like it could have come straight out of the game.
Yeah, that one. That one's straight fire, bro. Nice, nice. Okay, good job.
To watch the full PC case modding video and to get more information about when the winning design will be available on charity auction, stay tuned to our social media channels. Looking at those PC case mods, it reminds me that we do have one more thing to reveal. If you're going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on PC when it launches this November, we do have some specs to share that I think some of you have been waiting for. The minimum system requirements for Cyberpunk are a Windows 7 or 10 PC, an Intel Core i5 3570K.
No! Fuck, dude.
Or AMD FX 8310,
Oh.
8 gigs of RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780 or an AMD Radeon RX 470. In the storage department, the game will take up roughly 70 gigs of space, and although...
Bro, can I just... Okay, these are the minimum specs. Can I just point out that Call of Duty Modern Warfare is like 50 more gig than Cyberpunk. Red Dead is like 100 more gig than this. And I know this is like first patch, right? I'm guessing these minimum requirements and all of this is like for patch 1, right? Release patch. And I'm sure it will, you know, scale with as time goes on. But can I just say... Okay, Intel Core i5 3570K or AMD FX 8310, 8 gig of RAM, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780, 3 gig, or AMD Radeon RX 470. Because I'm pretty sure, dude, the OS, everyone's got Windows 10 now. DirectX, everyone's got the latest DirectX. Memory, yeah, okay, makes sense. 8 gig is kind of minimum. Anyway, 70 gig, excuse me, and SSD. Let's find out the recommended.
Though it will run off a HDD, we do recommend an SSD.
SSD recommended.
Specs, you're in the green if you're rocking Windows 10, an Intel Core i7 4790 or AMD Ryzen 3 3200G. 12 gigs of RAM and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 AMD Radeon R9 Fury.
That's not me!
Thank you so much for joining us.
Alright, there we go. Okay. Recommended system requirements. Ooh, Windows 10, DirectX 12, Intel Core i7-4790 or AMD Ryzen 3 3200G, 12GB of RAM, GeForce GTX 1060 6GB or Radeon R9 Fury, and SSD 70GB. I'm buying the PlayStation edition.
R9 Fury. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm so due a PC upgrade, it's insane, dude. I would love to play this game on
If you
PC.
missed anything, or if you just want to watch again, we will be uploading everything to our channels.
That's hella
shortly.
dope. That's so
And
dope.
We will be back soon with episode 4.
Thanks, Holly. Thank you. Thank you, Cyberpunk. Night City Wire Episode 3 complete. Go pre-order the game now, guys. November 19th. Xbox One, PS4, PC, Stadia, Xbox Series X, and PS5. Dude, is there anything else after this? Oh no, it's just finishing, right? There's just like a couple of more bits, right? See you again next time. And Night City Wire. Okay, let's pause it on a good screen, shall we? Where's the Night City Wire intro? Let's find the Night City Wire intro. There you go. Look at that. Okay. Ah, no, go back. No. Wow. There you go. Dope. Boom. Okay. That was really interesting. That was really, really interesting. There was a lot. Okay, so postcards from Night City, I kinda didn't get. But it was nice to see the different visuals from the gameplay perspective. What caught me off guard a little bit, I will say now, is the third person motorbike riding scene where you would see, I'm only guessing, your character in third person riding the motorbike, because my assumption was always was gonna be in first person. I appreciate cars. Of course, you'd probably go back into like third person cam. Makes sense. It's because it's sometimes it's really nauseous driving in first person. I just didn't expect. I don't know what I expected. It was just kind of interesting. So I wonder if third person is going to be a thing in the future. That's all. The insights about the Night City, I found them interesting. It was really eye-opening, but I'm kind of disappointed they didn't actually say how big the map is. Just out of curiosity, they're probably saving that juice for when the game releases, or for Night City Wire Episode 4. Is my guess. They don't want to give everything away right away, you know. So yeah, there was a lot, yeah, and it nicely fed into the whole gangs of Night City, because you just talked about the city in different districts and whatever, and then you literally go on to talk about the gangs of Night City. I really like the aesthetic and everything about like the variety of factions in Cyberpunk. It's really interesting. And it seems like there is a hella ton of lore for each thing, basically. Not even factions, but each thing or event happening in this universe. I'll be curious to see if this is somehow tied into The Witcher 3 directly. Is there going to be like a little cameo or something? Or is there going to be a larger event with The Witcher, you know? That was still gangs. And then we talked about the PC modding contest. Yeah, dude, the red PC was insane. I really, really like the red PC. The other ones they looked cool, but they kind of seemed impractical. That's why I think the red one's gonna win if it didn't win already. Is because it's practical and it looks really good. And then the system requirements kind of kill me. Dude, I have an i5 7600K overclocked and a 3GB 1060. So minimum requirements, so basically everything at low, nothing else open, right? I'll be able to play it. But to be able to play a decent frame rate, in decent quality, no sir. So it is really unfortunate though. It is really, because I would love to play this game on PC, because I'm guessing kind of adds that, just it kind of adds more. But I am curious as to whether it will feel like The Witcher, where the game was developed for console and then ported to PC, and a lot of people who played it on PC had similar, I don't know, this something felt off for them when they were talking about like playing on PC, that they're like, it feels more like it's easier to play on console. So I'll be curious to see how it translates in this game, if CD Projekt Red did the same thing, where it's like meant for console but ported to PC, or vice versa, or maybe it's just optimized for both. Who knows? I am really curious about that. It would seem to me this is more of a, I want to say GTA approach. That's wrong, but it kind of is, in respect of endless possibilities, if you want to put it that way. So I think it will run fine on both. I don't know how the shooting mechanics or the fighting mechanics are, so I can't really say. But yeah, and then I am kind of curious. I mean, this is probably not possible, but would there be an opportunity for a transferred save from a console to a PC and vice versa, for example? I'm just curious. I don't think that will be possible, but maybe we're stepping into that realm in the near future, where you'd be able to be like, play a game on PlayStation or PC, and then you'd be able to transfer that save with all the assets to the opposite platform. That'd be kind of cool and interesting, because for example, if someone plays it on PC, plays it on PlayStation but can't play it on PC for whatever reason, like for example, I'm playing on PS5 or PS4 or Xbox Series for that matter, and then I managed to upgrade my PC or whatever, and I can run it on PC rather than restarting the full game. It'd be kind of cool to have your save file transferred to the other platform. Yeah, but no, those are actually, I meme about those system requirements because there is no way I can run them, but they actually seem fairly reasonable, I want to say. They seem okay. All right, let's have a quick peek again. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised about it. I'm not surprised about the CPU. I did think the i7... I'm guessing minimum is literally like absolute lowest. Just looks like not as good as it can look. And then recommended is kind of like okay-ish, You will be able to run this game, but not at full capacity. I'm guessing for like to get the full experience, the full feeling and authenticity of Cyberpunk, I'm assuming you will need to upgrade another tier on the CPU to Intel Core i9 or Ryzen AMD equivalent. Jesus, sorry, that was difficult. And then likewise for the GPUs, I would only assume that you will need maybe a 2070, or maybe now that the 3080 is out, maybe you'll be able to. No, I think that would be a bit of an overkill. But to get the best looking thing, I think i9 and 3080. And like, I want to say, something, maybe something like 32 gig of RAM. I mean, that is total overkill, don't get me wrong. Or maybe even 24 gig maybe. So yeah. No, dude, either way, right? Either way, guys, I am hyped. I'm looking forward to this, bro. Holly was awesome. Thank you, Holly, for hosting the episode. I can't wait for the next episode and November 19th, which is when everything will be released. November 19th.